A few quick updates with WB and DC. What's going on, everybody? Hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. But before we do, make sure to pre-order Rebel Defenders. My comic book is dropping September 30th, so go and show your support. Look, check this out. So apparently WB is suing MidJourney over the use of iconic IPs. Now, when it comes to this, MidJourney is, an AI generator company and stuff like that. And with the rise of AI and everything with this technology, we already know that they're doing, a whole bunch of images and videos, unauthorized. And now WB is cracking down along with Universal and Disney because of copyright, issues and stuff like that. And it's understandable, these companies have to hold, all of these third parties, if you want to say, accountable for, copyright infringement and stuff like that. So it is what it is. This is what this industry is about. And, if you're using an iconic character of whatever IP from whatever company, you have to have legal writing and permits to be able to use it. And we already know with the rise of AI, they've been doing all type of things, and we've been seeing that left and right. And of course, you have people that are confused because they don't know how to distinguish what's real and what's not. But in the end, let's see what happens, and they're trying to take this, into legal matters and things like that. And it's understandable. These things happen. This is the industry. And in showbiz, you're always going to have, some type of a rip-off, if you want to say, where people just want to use your IPs and just try to capitalize off of them without using a permit. So this is something that WB's like, enough is enough. And this is why they're going after these corporations that are allowing all of this. So it's just a matter of time before they start cleaning house. And, that's understandable because using Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Scooby-Doo, Bugs Bunny without permission, that's something that's not cool. That's something that no one should be doing. This is why they're cracking down on this whole thing with the AI, because that's something that's very important. Now, check this out. Apparently, a new Batman Arkham video game is in the works. We already know that one of the voice actors recently leaked it, and this is what everybody's talking about. Now, don't get your hopes too high just because this is going to be a continuation to the previous game that was Batman Arkham Shadow. We already know that that was like on the Meta VR, Quest or whatever that is. It's kind of a letdown just because they should have brought that game to PS5 and, the modern consoles and all that stuff. And not everybody has a Meta Quest, let's be real. Who actually has one of those VRs and stuff like that? And, you're not just going to go buy one of those just to play this one game and things like that. So it's a shame that, Arkham Shadow, even though it was good, they're saying, I haven't played it, but from what people are saying with the reviews and things like that, it was just a downfall in the sense of it was exclusive to that whole thing with that, the Meta, I guess, Oculus or whatever it is. I'm not sure. But it's that VR headset that, in reality, not a lot of people have that. They should have just brought it to the consoles where people can actually play it and be able to enjoy it and stuff like that. I feel that this is a big missed opportunity. In the end, WB is going to do what they feel that they want to do. Now let's check this out also. Apparently Warner Brothers has made around $600 million in box office profit so far in 2025. Very interesting, but at the same time, we already know how they try to force Superman upon everybody. And say what you want, but that movie was a flop. It tanked. Yes, it made some kind of money domestically, that's it. But worldwide, it was a massive flop because we already know the business. And if you've been keeping up to date, you already know what's up. Because with that being said, check this out. The pre-order price on Superman 4K Blu-ray dropped 14% this week. That tells you a lot. From $29.99, it dropped. And people are realizing and they're starting to see that this was all just a scam and a ripoff. And why do I say that? Very simple, because a lot of people after seeing this movie were disappointed and they were let down. They saw that this was not the movie that they thought it was going to be. They spent all this money and now they're realizing, and people are like, yo, the next one I am not going to watch. And we already know the next project that's coming out from it is going to be Supergirl. And people are already like, yo, I'm not going to watch that because they already have the bitter taste and they've already seen what Superman 2025 brought and what James did with that movie. When you have James Gunn putting out, this flop out there, and then you have all these shows trying to justify it and they're trying to say, hey, it's the new thing and this is what everybody's loving. Come on. we're not eating it up. We already know what the lies are with this studio. And in the end, look, when you have on pre-orders and then when you have Superman on streaming within less than a week, dropping the price from $29.99 to $9.99, that just says that they're desperate, because you don't see no other studios doing the same thing. And this just shows you that they don't believe in their own brand, in their own IP, in their own product. And for them to be dropping the price so fast, so quick, is just showing to you, and it's proving to you that, hey, the audience wasn't there. The numbers are not there. And in the end, this is what you get right here, and it's a shame, but this is where we are right now. So let's check this one last final thing. Gunn's DC universe is shaping up with big plans. So here we see Lanterns, Supergirl, Clayface, Batman, Wonder Woman, Sergeant Rock, and the Batman Part 2. Interesting when you see some of these titles, because now we're seeing that they're including Wonder Woman, but yet we don't know or have a Wonder Woman casted yet. And then we're seeing also that they have the Batman Part 2. Matt Reeves eventually is going to have to join, or don't be surprised if Robert Pattinson joins James Gunn's DCU. Could this be part of his big plan and whatever it is that he's trying to do? It could be. We don't know. This is coming from Heroic Hollywood, so who knows what's going on right now. But this is what they're trying to say and push it like if they're cooking, if like something really hot is going to come out the oven, and it's not. We already know that Superman performed terrible at the box office. Okay, it made some money domestically, but worldwide, it did not reach the goal that they wanted. This is why WB was like, as long as they make back their $500 million, then they'll be okay. And we saw that they made that, but it's still, they're just celebrating a flop, with the profit of like about $125 million. That is sad and very pathetic. But this is the new norm. This is what they're pushing, and this is what they want everybody to be eating up and to accept. But this is what it's come down to. This is what I came across. What are your thoughts? Hit that subscribe, and until next time.